So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Well, a good one here for Richardson. 10 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
Yeah, he's got to take his time behind the arc.
You know, it was really a tumultuous season for the Sixers last year. One of the things they tried to get done was to get their young guys to understand what it takes to win at this level. And it's a hard learning curve when you've got to play teams from the Western Conference.
And Muhammad throws it down.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. They're teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game, a potential momentum builder.
And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Well, the West can be relentless, Steve, and they didn't let up on Philly. Just 5 wins in 30 games against the Western Conference last year.
Well, so much of it had to do with the young roster and the defensive struggles. And I'll tell you what, when you can't defend inside against most West teams, you're going to get eaten alive in the paint.
This is to Embiid. And Jang with the block. Levine kicks to Muhammad. Off target from 3-point range.
Tell you, he had all the time in the world to get that shot off.
Stolen by Budinger. And now Minnesota on the fast break.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
And it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
And the 76ers call time here.
Chase Budinger, former volleyball star, still has that leaping ability, but he's dealt with a knee issue over the last couple of seasons, trying to get back to 100%.
Some changes for Philadelphia. The 76ers trail by 5. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Shot is off. Levine kicks to Payne. It's tipped. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Feeds it to Budinger. Off target from 3-point range. And Budinger, when healthy, Clark, a good floor spacer from 3-point range.
You know, he's got good lift on the shot. And, of course, he's able to finish above the rim as well. He's been a solid defender and rebounder, too.
Pass to Canaan. Shot clock at 3. Here's Robinson. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Payne with it. Let's go. Stolen away. And now Philadelphia on the break. And it's Thompson with the jam.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
That's one thing to create a turnover, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, that's even better.
They get the rebound. Right wing. Here's Budinger. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. The 76ers trail by 3. Here's Canaan. Pass to Grant. Cannon dishes to Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Thomas Robinson is a good note. Only the 5th top 5 pick in the lottery era to be traded in his rookie season. He went from the Kings to the Rockets before ending up in Portland for year 2. Still looking for stability, trying to find his niche at the forward position.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Snatched up. Pekovic passes to Garnett. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. It's good from the top of the key. Wiggins has got the lead up to 5 now for Minnesota. Roten kicks to Noel. To the inside. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Tony Roten, an athletic slashing guard. He got the chance to play extensively last season with the Sixers, but the lack of refinement on his jumper made him more of a volume scorer.
The 76ers making a change here. Richardson's checked in. And Roten given the chance last season, Clark, to play through his mistakes and gain some confidence.
And I thought his decision-making, while a question mark, Kevin, early, has started to get a little bit better. He's an athletic guard who really does a nice job attacking the rim.
Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Richardson kicks to Noel. Here's Covington. A three-pointer off the mark.
Another rebound gobbled up. They are pounding the boards.
And a big part of the lead, guys, is because of the work they've done on the glass. I mean, they have the lead because they've rebounded well.
Now here's Richardson. Following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. Plenty of space. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That's foul number 2 for him. And here's Wiggins. 15 points in the game. Puts up the baby hook. Nice touch on the bank shot. Wiggins has got 6 in the quarter.
You know, he started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
Now here's Roten. Tight defense on him. Here's Richardson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Richardson's got 12 in the game.
His shooting has been so good today. He may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Hey, Kevin, as you know, Adrian Payne out of the talented Michigan State basketball program. He's one of the older rookies in this draft class, but he only started playing basketball in the 8th grade. He said, quote, "I haven't been playing the game for that long. I got better in a short period of time, and I became a great player. I feel like I have a lot of room to grow." One can only imagine, guys.
That's right, Doris. Thanks. Here's Wiggins. Kicks it out to Rubio. Now here's Wiggins. Guarded closely.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
For Philadelphia, they have made 5 of 10 free throw attempts, a lot of misses.
Well, this is an area of concern for this club. They only shot 71% from the line last year.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
And the 76ers making a change here. Sims is checked in. Thomas Robinson comes in for Noel. Grant, he's checked in for Robert Covington. It's Thompson in for Jason Richardson.
That's his second personal foul. If he gets another, it probably puts him on the bench for the rest of the first half.
Well, it seems like they're having a lot of trouble at the line today, and it's just been that kind of a day. In the second quarter, they've had the right approach. Very aggressive, driving, drawing contact, and creating opportunities at the free throw line.
Well, you know, if other things aren't working for you, Steve, getting to the foul line can be a good place to start to turn it around.
Robinson kicks to Grant. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And so that brings the first half to a close. Timberwolves lead by 7. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And now the third quarter about to get going.
How about Wiggins in this one?
22 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
I'm sure they'd like to get him a few more of those, so look for them to run some screens for him, try to pop him open.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, he created a lot of opportunities for himself in the first couple of quarters. And I'll tell you what, he was smart with his shot making, too. He really took good ones.
You know, points per shot attempted is really one of the undervalued stats in the game, and it's a real measurement of efficient scoring.
They've got Buttinger. Levine is out there with Gary Neal. Then it's Anthony Bennett. And it's Hamilton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Payne's checked in. Here's Richardson. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game. Free throw off from Richardson. Well, the Wolves didn't have a hard time scoring against any team. They took it to another level. It seemed always against the East.
Well, every time they played out of conference, it seemed like an up and down wild affair, and they were pretty good in those kind of games.
Levine can't hit. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Richardson kicks to Rote. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam. Savage, that's the way to get some momentum on your side.
Absolutely. Those dunks can really have a deflating effect on the defense.
Especially coming from a guy out of the backcourt.
They get it back. Stripped it away. For the lead. And there's Richardson. That's good on the assist from Covington. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Here's Levine. Will it go? Can't hit. The 76ers have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Here's Richardson. And that one is stuffed right through.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Well, those could be an important 2 points, too, guys, in a close game like this one. Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
Zach LaVine, a bit of a late bloomer. Wasn't a top recruit until he hit a late growth spurt in high school. Now he's a 6'5" combo guard. Came out of UCLA after 1 season. Still a bit unproven, but one of those upside picks because of his athleticism and shooting range.
And Philadelphia calls time here. And during the timeout, both coaches getting a chance here to review the strategy at this point of the game, along with the discussions. Also some rehydration going on with Gatorade. Everyone trying to bring their top game here tonight.
Yeah, that's why you see the trainers going around to every player, making sure they're hydrated, they're getting enough to drink during the game. So important to hydrate yourself and keep yourself strong and ready to play for these big minutes down the stretch.
Good on the second free throw. And Levine played point guard in high school before his growth spurt. And Clark, you see him as more of a point guard or a shooting guard?
I see him as a shooting guard at this point. I mean, just based on what I saw of him in the 1 year at UCLA. Tremendous athleticism. He's a bouncy young fella. Streaky shooter at this point. But I like his energy level. He's going to be a guy that has a chance, I think, to be a really good two-way player.
Now, here's Bennett. Tony Rote missing his last shot. Intercepted. To the paint. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes